Ladies and gentlemen, somebody just tried to kill President Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. A gunman attempted to murder the president live on camera at this event that celebrates the press and media in Washington, D.C. The president was tackled to the ground along with his wife on stage as members of the special forces units that protect President Trump ran on stage and evacuated the president and the entire administration who was at this event, at this dinner. Donald Trump, his status is unknown at the time. Right now, we assume that the president is safe and okay. However, we don't know because a gunman is dead right now. You can see the shock and horror in the eyes of the administration, Caroline Leavitt and Melania Trump, here in this video. Again, chaos inside of the White House Correspondents' Dinner Association. This is the most glamorous event in all of Washington, D.C. This is considered the Grammys or the Oscars for Washington, D.C. and the press corps. Every member of the administration was in attendance, and the Secret Service has evacuated everyone as a shooter was confirmed and is dead. You could hear the actual sounds of the gunshots. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play you the best clip that we have so far of President Trump during this moment. Watch this. Look at this. You can see, obviously, somebody from the program showing President Trump and Melania, maybe perhaps the run of show. You can see Caroline Leavitt there. And then you can see one of the head of the White House Correspondents Association, a CBS reporter, there. And then now you can see something really bad happen. The table moves, and everybody starts standing up. You can look at the fear in Melania's eyes. President Trump seems unfazed. Melania and Caroline Leavitt look absolute horror and in shock here. As you can see, the cameraman zooms out. That's a shame, because now we're not able to see closely, but please watch as President Trump is evacuated along with his family. They're told to get down. Secret Service agents and special operations forces take the stage to protect the president. And you can see men in tactical gear swarming the stage. You can also see members of the White House correspondent, the tables here get evacuated. Ladies and gentlemen, you can hear, stay down, stay down. Reports are that a gunman is dead. One or potentially more gunmen that tried to storm this event have been killed. Chaos that has unfolded at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Let's
obviously, I mean, this is a total state of chaos right now in the ballroom, and we're seated maybe 50 feet from the stage where the president was up there, the First Lady Melania Trump.
We have to stay here for now.
Security is telling us that everything's okay. The shooter, there was a shooter? 1 second, guys. I'm literally. What happened?
We're trying to identify it now.
Where was the shooter?
Somewhere out there.
In the lobby? In the lobby? All right, control. All right, guys. I just want you to know this is not verified. We're just listening to what's happening right now. But we have security around us, and it's Secret Service because there's a lot of members of the administration here. The Secretary of Education is seated right next to me, and her security just said, confirmed that there was a shooter.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is another. This is all breaking right now. This is happening right now. Here's another angle. Secret Service pulling Trump out of the White House Correspondents' Dinner after gunfire. What looks like another Butler situation here. The shooter is down. CNN saying that President Trump was whisked away by the Secret Service, that a shooter has been killed. President Trump has been escorted off the property by Secret Service. Every cabinet member and congressional leadership is being pulled from the room. The White House Correspondents' Dinner, the whole room is hiding under tables. Complete insanity from those that are present. Look at this. Police rush the White House Correspondents' Dinner after reports of a shot fired. These are the hallways of the Washington Hilton. This is where this event is every single year. Pool report. Several loud bangs, and the Secret Service with guns drawn rushed the pool out of the room. Secret Service pushed us back, screaming, shots fired. Security officials evacuate Mike Johnson. This is, of course, the Speaker of the House. You can see him being rushed quite aggressively out of the room. He's practically being carried out of the room by a Secret Service. Someone actually has been shot here. This sounds like there was shots inside of the room. Katie Pavlich was in the room. It's being treated as if it were by Secret Service. Someone has been shot, and you can see here. Let's go ahead and listen to the loud bangs. You can see the entire tables hiding underneath their tables. I've been in this room many times. It is in the basement of the Washington Hilton. This is quite a small room, actually. It's not a big room at all. This is not some type of gigantic grand ballroom. It is very small. And if somebody were to get or smuggle a gun inside, you would be able to have fish in a barrel, practically, effectively. A defense secretary has been cleared from the White House Correspondents' Dinner as guests are hitting the deck and hiding under the table. So the Secretary of Defense out. Entire cabinet rush out. Pure chaos. Everyone hit the deck in the ballroom. Security is everywhere with long guns. Not sure if TV had it. Yeah. Loud noises heard on stream. Trump is whisked away by the Secret Service. What we know, according to at least preliminary reports, is that someone is dead after taking a gun into the event and attempting to fire it.
It's a difference.
But I would say
The moment's notice and have to shout over our other reporters and maybe get to ask one, yes, we have access, but we don't have the quality access, I guess, that they were looking for.
Correspondents' Dinner. If we can go to that full screen, it looks like the head table has been evacuated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please tell bystanders to stay back at the hotel. There were a considerable amount of protesters at the hotel. A lot of people were outside that don't like the president. This happens at almost every single White House Correspondents' Dinner, almost everywhere that President Trump goes. So this is not some type of new or recent event, but the shots fired confirms a shooter is dead. Okay, at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. An assailant is in the lobby. Shots fired by law enforcement. Let's just say that there's going to be no White House Correspondents' Dinner speech from President Trump. Look at this. Secret Service have their firearms drawn all throughout the event. Look at that. Wow. Something you don't normally get to see. Look at this. Plainclothes. Shots rang out. It was in the hallway outside of the dinner. Trump was just introduced 15 minutes ago. 5 minutes after he was seated, shots rang out. Pop, 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 pop. Sounded like 5 or 6 where I was sitting. Everybody immediately hit the floor. Secret Service immediately put us out of the room. Thousands of people are here. Absolute and total chaos. What sounded like gunshots right over my shoulder. One person was pulled by Secret Service out of the room, limping. Did an attendee? I mean, try sneaking into the Oscars. Try sneaking into the Grammys. This is a very exclusive dinner. Very hard to sneak into this dinner. Would be very difficult to try and smuggle your way into this dinner. They tried to kill the president again. You can see here Robert F. Kennedy and his wife getting manhandled by their Secret Service as they are dragged out of the event as well. Cheryl Hines, quite famous. Look at this. Somebody has their hand on the back of Robert Kennedy's head as they were practically dragging them out of the event. This is the job of the Secret Service, obviously. This is a great point, by the way. This is the same location that they tried to kill Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was shot at the Washington Hilton White House Correspondents' Dinner. You can see this video. This is a video of protesters storming the White House Correspondents' Dinner, protesting against Pete Hegseth. So protesters were able to get inside of the dinner. Wow.
Secret Service is in custody, has the person in custody. Everything's okay. One shooter we know so far.
One shooter that we know so far. Everybody's being evacuated. I rushed and started screaming. Okay. All right. Pray for President Trump tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute chaos. Pray for the president. This is bad. I would count this as number 5 assassination attempt on Donald Trump. We'll keep you posted. Stay tuned to this channel. All right. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.